What's good, YouTube? It's your boy TSO Sage and I'm back with another video. Now, if you read the title and seen the thumbnail, you pretty much know what I'm going to be talking about. And that's, what if LeBron James actually wins this fourth ring? In all technicality, he has a 25% chance of doing it and the Lakers' odds are extremely high. But yeah, what would the impact be if LeBron won this fourth ring? How much weight would this fourth ring hold? Is this fourth ring enough to finally call LeBron James the unanimous GOAT of the NBA? Or is the GOAT already written off for him, or does he still need to win more than 4 rings? All these questions will be answered today, so don't forget to like the video if you like the video, and let's get right into it. Starting off with the value of this 4th championship ring. You see, I'm a Lakers fan and shit, but the thing is, this ring won't be that valuable to him because LeBron James is playing with, at worst, the 2nd best player in the bubble right now. And I'm not devaluing the ring solely because they're favored, but it's so many other factors included. For starters, there's no home court. They're playing in a fucking bubble, dude. You could argue that that actually goes against the Lakers because LeBron and AD would probably thrive off the crowd, but you could argue that for anybody, especially a fan base like Denver. And although a lot of people aren't validating the ring because of the Clippers not playing against them in the Western Conference Finals, which is stupid in itself, I do have to admit the competition is pretty lackluster compared to all the other runs. Because although the road to the finals is significantly harder than any run he's had in a long time, it's going to be by far the worst finals team LeBron has played in a really long time. Miami, I fuck with Miami tough, but let's just be honest here, bro. Come on now. And although Boston's uber talented, they match up with the Lakers terribly for not even LeBron's reason. Who the hell's guarding Anthony Davis? But even then, top to bottom, they're still worse than every other finals team LeBron has ever played. The most underrated one being the 2011 Mavs. Then you have the 2012 Thunder, who are quite literally what the Celtics are, but a lot more talented. And then all of those Spurs and Warriors teams, I don't even think people would halfway argue. And some of you may be thinking right now that Michael Jordan has a harder path to the finals, but he has always had easier finals opponents. Well, I'm not going to spend too much time on it this early in the video, but let's just say I think Michael Jordan's finals opponents were a bit underrated. And also, let's just be honest here, LeBron's path to the finals is still not as hard as MJ's. The Nuggets will be great, but the key word is will. Their potential on the rise, nothing more than that. James Harden, who always finds himself being a worse player in the playoffs, and Russell Westbrook was literally a sellout the whole series. And I fuck with Dame tough, but them boys played not a lick of defense. Compared to MJ's competition that he had to go through in the East, they don't add up. So to close out this segment of what the value of this ring is, let me put it like this. LeBron currently has 3 rings, right? But people really only talk about 2, because beating the Spurs in 2013 was a classic series, and coming back on the 3-1 Warriors is one of the best finals of all time. Those 2 rings are held to such a high standard, and then you remember, oh yeah, he did beat the Thunder in 2012. And the Lakers ring, although LA will never let you forget about it, in terms of value, that ring will be right there with the 2012 Thunder. The Lakers are astronomically favored, the competition wasn't too steep, and the season is already crazy enough. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Everybody likes to label a nigga the GOAT all the fucking time, right? Like, everybody likes to say that they saw the best person who ever did it live. Like, it's a special thing for niggas to say. I'm gonna tell you niggas right now, LeBron James better win Finals MVP. Otherwise, this ring isn't gonna do but so much for him when it comes to that debate specifically. See, the thing about the niggas who spam 6-0, although they're pretty ignorant, one, yeah, he is like undefeated, duh, that's the whole point of 6-0. But the most underrated aspect of that take is the fact that he won Finals MVP all 6 times. A lot of people point to the 6-0 or how he didn't allow Game 6, which are both accurate. But what co-signs and strengthens that argument is the fact that he was by far the best player on the court every time he was in the finals. It showed how truly dominant Michael Jordan was in the NBA. LeBron James, even with this Finals MVP and 4th ring, would not match his dominance at all. So in short, and let me not beat around the bush here, even if LeBron basically wins everywhere he goes and ends up with 4 rings and 4 Finals MVPs, when it comes to being the GOAT, it's not going to be enough. However, it would distance him by far compared to everyone else. Like, it would just be him and MJ and then everyone else. However, there is one thing for LeBron James that a lot of people actually are missing out on. LeBron James is not retiring after this season. So let's briefly go down 2 paths here. If LeBron wins a championship ever again versus if he doesn't. Because there are some actual constants in both regardless. And let me start off if he doesn't win a ring, because that's quite honestly the more interesting one of the 2. See, a lot of people are going to say Michael Jordan at his peak was still the GOAT. In terms of peak of talent and dominance across the NBA, Michael Jordan's not going to be fucked with for a really long time. But the career of LeBron James is going to be the most insane shit you've ever seen. Let's say the lowest career total LeBron will have is top 100 in blocks. And I'm going to downplay LeBron in rebounds, and trust me, you're going to want me to downplay LeBron right now. But yeah, nerfing Bron real quick, let's say he ends up in around that 40 to 50 range in career rebounds. The nigga Bron is already top 15 in steals, probably going to end up around 10. 8th in assists, and he just had his career high in assists, so I think it's safe he's going to be around 5. And let's not even be fucking stupid, LeBron is going to be the scoring champion. So in the 5 major stats of basketball, what we got here? 1st, 5th, 10th, around 40 in rebounds, rebounds and around 90, 100 in blocks? Look, man, I don't care what prime that nigga had. I don't give a fuck what that nigga Michael Jordan did, bro. That is an argument. A 4-time champion finals MVP with 10 finals appearances in total with career accolades like that? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, if I said in the immediate future it's gonna be Bron, MJ, and then everyone else, when you add all of them shits up, I'm not even gonna be mad at niggas for saying Bron the GOAT anymore, dog. And if you don't know anything about me, I value the peak of a player's prime significantly more than longevity. Guilty as charged and kinda obvious. If I'm a Lakers fan, I definitely love my nigga Kobe Bryant, and I'm not gonna leak exactly where I rank him personally, but all I'm gonna say is I believe Kobe is criminally the most underrated player in the top 10. But at some point, longevity does have to fucking surpass it, right? Like I say with the GOAT debate, it's pretty much 60% MJ, 30% LeBron, and then 10% like Kobe, Magic, or Kareem, or some other dumb shit. When he finally retires and everybody has all those numbers to look at and realize all the moments he did are finalized, it's just gonna be a smack 50-50. So just to summarize what I've said so far, just in case anyone's confused, LeBron winning the 4th ring immediately does not make him the GOAT. But when he finally finishes his career, based off the projection of his career totals and where he will end up ranking in them, bro gonna have a debate to say the least. Now let's say LeBron isn't done winning championships, because in the grand scheme of things, the Warriors are gonna be on the come up next season and the Clippers might actually be on the downfall. And I'm not a fucking fortune teller, so I don't know where major stars will end up, but if the league stays pretty much the same given a couple of free agency signings, the Clippers are gonna be a bit worse, the Nuggets are gonna be a little bit better, the Warriors are gonna be a whole new fucking team to deal with. And as far as the East, everything's gonna stay the same except for one fucking team. One majorly different fucking team that I think we're all thinking about. God damn, that team is gonna be fucking 8, bro. Regardless, this is a what if anyway, so I have the Lakers winning in this scenario, obviously. And to keep it short, just so this video doesn't end up being too long, if he were to get the 5th ring, it's definitely gonna be more valid than the 4th. As far as Denver and the Clippers go, yeah, they have the possibility, but I think it comes down to how worse will the Clippers be and how much better the Nuggets will be. But those are things I just cannot predict. I have to see it to believe it. But one thing I know for certain is that Steph Curry is a dangerous ass motherfucker. And while Bron and AD would still be the more talented duo, Steph and Clay have already proven it. Like, that ain't got shit to do with them niggas. I don't even know what the fuck they're gonna trade for. I don't know whatever, but I know Golden State's gonna be for real. That's just gonna be a thing. Literally year by year, the Mavericks will be better. And if you think Utah not out there looking for scorers and the Blazers not out there looking for defenders, shit, they might as well fucking trade with each other. But yeah, if you think the Utah Jazz and the Blazers not gonna be for real next year, you're also fucking bugging. And then you got an 8th seed that's probably gonna be around Phoenix or Memphis, bro. Hell nah, bro. Nah, the West gonna be stupid dumb. And if you think the finals is gonna be sweet like how it was this year in a lot of people's eyes, fuck no. Cause either it's gonna be Kevin Durant and Kyrie in that motherfucker, or a team that beat Kevin Durant and Kyrie in that motherfucker. And Kevin Durant is the only player in this world right now that I would be like, if you say he's better than LeBron James, you're wrong, but I'm not bitching at you. Like, that's just different. This nigga Kevin Durant is different, young. So yeah, either they're playing the Kevin Durant and Kyrie Nets, or all likely the only team that even stands a chance is Boston. A team with an elite coach, and Jason Tatum might just make the league next year. And either way, the 5th ring is gonna be dumb high in LeBron's career, because that's gonna be by far his strongest road to the finals. He could play any fucking body in the West at that point. That's gonna be his strongest road to the finals. And then all likelihood is gonna be Boston or the Nets, but I really think it's gonna be the Nets in the finals. If he goes through all of them teams and wins another finals back to back, I'm not even about to hold you. That's your GOAT. Like, there's just not shit comparable to that at that point. Like, those teams are gonna be insane next year, bro. What the fuck? If he has 3 all-time ranking rings and then 2 rings that are just like, fuck it, he was dominant. Yeah, it's not quite 6-0, but he'd at least have 3 rings that are by far stronger than MJ's. Plus the career totals he'd have, plus the playoff totals he'd have at that point, bro. Oh my God. And then if he were to even win another one after that, it's not even a debate at that point. Bro would finally have a fucking 3-peat on top of all this shit I've mentioned. Yeah, fuck that. That's your GOAT by far. So in closing, here's the final recap. LeBron is not immediately the GOAT the second he holds up this year's finals trophy. And due to this ring's lower value compared to the rest, if LeBron never won a championship again, although his career totals would be by far the best in league history, it'd be a debate nonetheless. Even though there would be a lot of people that still hold on to Michael Jordan, LeBron would be by far the second best player of all time at worst. There is no Kobe Bryant, Kareem, Magic, there is none of them niggas anymore. But if LeBron goes on to win back-to-back finals against the insane competition that's guaranteed to be next season, yeah, at that point you're pretty much sucking MJ dick. That nigga's the GOAT. Because at that point you're valuing perfection. The only validation you'd have in your argument is that MJ never lost. But that argument would look pretty weak considering Bron would have had 11 finals appearances. you would literally be hindering LeBron for making the finals rather than losing in the first or second round. And then if he ties Michael Jordan in rings, that's not even fucking close. But that's gonna do it for today's video. It's been your boy TSO Sage. Not gonna lie, that's one of the funniest videos I've recorded in a long time. It's always fun to make fun of Cancun, but this was the first video that wasn't just straight slander that I had a really fun time making. So as I said in the beginning of the video, if you guys liked the video, please like the video so I know to do more content like this. And if you find yourself liking all my content, go ahead and fuck with me and hit that subscribe button. And y'all know by now I get active in that comment section, so definitely comment below if you feeling some type of way. Because I know some of y'all probably still be like, oh, MJ never had 2011. So yeah, let's get to talking in the comments below. But yeah, it's been your boy TSO Sage. Again, don't forget to subscribe for me, and I'm gonna see y'all niggas later. Take care and stay blessed.